Anytime.
Indeed.
I shall not fail. I shall not fail. Inventus
It's not that tough. That's it, he's tough enough. Only a +1 dagger. How much do we need for our next level? Another 20,000. Still, at least didn't double this time. 1,000 isn't that much. Wait, we really gotta get a decent reward anyway after completing this. Cool is going to be a problem. I don't think. Yeah, he's dead. No problem. Oh, fuck. I don't recall anything interesting being here, but it's free experience. Rather easy experience. Do recall traps being. Okay, more than one ghoul, probably two. I don't have that many spells left. I'm going to have to see if I can lure more people here. Yeah. That's more like it. Let's see how this call trap thing works. The range isn't all that great in this. I should be able to kill both these at least, just the next spell. Not so bad. Oh, what distance does this piece of shit spell trigger? That would be a good thing to know. We could lay down traps and use the other side of the passageway to bypass the trap. Leave it there waiting for the enemy. I don't think I would get more than like 1 or 2 guys trapped in it that way. Placement has to be pretty fucking accurate with this. Yep. A little bit too close.
Very well.
Ooh, I only have these left. Yes, that's bad. Ah, how the fuck am I going to kill that one? I'm not. Not at least with a spell, that's for certain. Still, it's just a skeleton, I should be able to take it. I don't think I can pull distance easily. Once we have the boots of speed or any kind of speed increase, that'll change. Not sure if I want to even take the haste spell though. Not saying I won't, but haste can be brought with a particle. We don't specifically need a spell for that. There should be more hostiles over here. Yeah. I don't think I'll win this fight. It seems to be fairly good at actually hitting. Right, I, on the other hand, will not. Yeah, I don't think it basically has missed a single attack round. It just has a single attack per round. So, better not push it. It's basically just going to cost us a huge amount of time to try to make out with the single 3rd level spell. I don't see any real benefit in even trying to do that.
I see. I shall be swift about it. $15,000 for the next level. Ah, fuck it. Oh shit. A little bit of an undead infestation in this fucking place. Okay, shadow. Boo.
We're gonna be trapped no matter where we go, but I don't want to get trapped here. That was terrible. Still terrible. Yeah. Just keep fucking things up. Don't want to get ambushed in that corner, so I went into a much worse place. Still, victory is a victory. You have to stumble a little bit to get to the end, doesn't really matter as long as you get there. Phase Dagger. Totally worthless potion. Guess it's worth some cash though. Electrical resistance 50%, not useful either. It's 100% or nothing. I don't recall enemies using electrical damage at all. If I want to use it, I need immunity. So only the main crypt left. I wonder if we could try fighting with the spirit within the crypt. Didn't seem possible the last time. I don't think we would be in a position to take it on, but
I shall be swift about it. Ready? Understood.
there's probably shadows here, but if we could clean those off, then I'm dead. 12,000 for level 1. 10 days and 8 hours. Right, so the main crypt still remains. What the fuck? More. Statue is beginning to crumble with age. The broken head lies nearby.
I see.
Yeah, this archer is hitting us with every shot. Yeah. That's a bit of a problem. I'm not sure how to deal with that. We could take protection from normal arrows. I don't think that's a bad choice.
Very well.
Remembering back, it was a lot. Often it was especially the archers who were causing a lot of grief. It doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. I'll drink a health potion just in case I'll encounter one of the archers. And just skull trap the other way. Bullshit trap, apparently. Reaction time of an old man.
Let's go to work. It will be done.
Still, we won again, so that big of a deal. But I can always outrun the melee guys, can't outrun the archers. I think I did pretty much the minimum damage possible with my spell. It's the only reason he's still alive. Single shot from the sling will kill it, and I think I have a weapon proficiency in the sling now, so it probably will be very easy. Except I'm dead. Sometimes things just don't go your way.
Anytime.
And there's another lesser shadow. Jesus fucking Christ. Lesser shadows. Well, 10,000 from the level up. Yeah, I think protection from normal arrows probably be the most sensible option at this point. I mean, granted, our attack spell selection isn't exactly great, but we can do a lot of things with the spells we have. Nothing really against archers.
I shall be swift about it.
Also, pretty much I missed some of the items I found previously. Either there's some kind of random selection going on, or I haven't visited all the places I visited last time. Probably a bit of from column A, a bit of column B. This was definitely trapped. Super trapped. Or was it? Maybe? Uninjured zombie. How the fuck did you manage to be uninjured in a situation like this? Right, so that's... No, I'm thinking of something else. Doesn't mean that this isn't trapped. Always trapped. I don't recall what they have inside them, so I'm gonna have to go through them anyway. That's not good. And everyone died. That's perfect.
I am sorely injured.
Yes, you are. These gauntlets will probably weapon skill +1, so while they are a positive thing, they won't really help me that much.
I am sorely injured.
Oh shit. Need everyone to get on board now. Rule is the only one that's really dangerous here. This is the guy with 5 hit points left. Right, everything is too dangerous now. Did I ever visit this crypt? Probably I did. I just don't recall. I just vividly recall getting some kind of a talisman
Will be done.
that had this exact
It will
pause
be done.
shape in it. Didn't find it this time. I'm sure there's some kind of a little bit of randomness to certain things, but it didn't seem like one of those items. Yeah, running a little low on space now. I need to go to Cold Hut. I'll loot the 2 rooms that I've now cleansed from enemies and head back. Only simple miracle. Yeah, we have a single entry slot, so we can at least transfer items. This is becoming way too burdensome. I need to empty some of this crap out, and now we have nothing. I have to drop equipment to the ground in order to loot anything. 7,000, less than 7,000 for level up. Mummy tea? Right. Didn't really solve the fundamental problem. I need to identify one of these items so I can put it on. Actually, I don't need to do that. Chance to hit increased by 1. That's a bit risky though. I mean, if there is randomization in the items, there's going to be randomization in the cursed items. And one of the most common cursed items also looks like gauntlets, so that's a bit
I
risky.
see. Incantus
We... yeah, we need 12,000 more or less for the backup holding. We don't have funds for it now, not even close. But with the addition of these magical items, we are creeping closer to that value. Since I don't actually have anyone else to equip with, or need to equip anyone else, I will get to that amount fairly easily, I think. I mean, the 6-man group got to that and they kept probably a big chunk of the loot. I don't have to keep shit.
understood.
We need to do what? We need to cleanse a huge amount of this trash. Go through the
I shall be swift
dungeons, or
about it.
rather crypts in this case, and then just survive one battle against well, a boss fight at this stage. The Priest of Oral. $4,300. It's a long way of getting what we want. Gauntlets aren't exactly great, but might as well take them. Nothing better to put there. I don't think he buys really anything I can sell, right?
Very well.
I have at least some potions I have no use for. Next great step
Very well.
after this will be poisons, and but we might be in a position to avoid that at that point, at least mostly. Infravision. I think I think we have infravision already. Also, even if we didn't have it, I wouldn't have any real use for it. It'll just highlight living creatures as sort of with a red hue during night. That's
I
all it does.
see.
It has no practical benefits besides that. In a game where you can highlight them anyway, it doesn't really make much sense. No one hides by using that. There would have to be areas of total darkness where you'd have to have a short-range light source versus an infravision that can see the entire screen. Something like that. Then it would be a valuable thing to have.
It will be done.
Yeah, these aren't really worth picking up. I don't think there's any real point to go into the magic cellar. Well, we can sell some of the scrolls away. I guess it's not a waste of time, and it gives me a better idea of where I stand as far as funds are
Understood.
concerned. Also, why the fuck do I walk here when I can use this to just quick travel? I think.
Understood. I see.
There's no way in hell I'm ever gonna use some of these. But we'll keep them in the containers for now. 13,000, so we're more or less halfway there. And we haven't really sold anything too interesting so far.
I shall obey. Very well.
The Priestess of Orwell will drop something good. We'll probably loot at least a couple of armor pieces or weapons, so we should be looking at 13,000, yes, definitely.
Very well.
Probably a couple of shadows again here. Might as well get my ass to the entrance of this place before resting. Wait, I don't have to waste spells on fighting the ever spawning shadows. Kill 20 of them and you have a level up though. The reason I don't want to really farm experience in that way is because we'll reach the maximum level anyway in this game before we end the game. Yep. It's all impossible to escape. So it's a huge waste of time to stop the progress of the game to just level up a little bit. It makes no sense. How the fuck can you miss that? Easily, apparently. Halfway down with the first level. I think there was something like 3 to 4 levels.
Anytime.
That's gonna take some time. Bone Tanzer Mighthose. He was a caster. Protected from good. Well, that's sort of irrelevant to me. I know there are traps here. I need him to break this. Oh shit, old person. Need him to activate that because otherwise I'll have to. Static charge is an area of effect lightning. Indoors only, if I'm not mistaken. There you go. Thank you. I think this was a shrine to Merkel. There's no reason to really go there. Have some kind of Merkel's sending, right? We get to kill some skeletons, yes. That's a good thing, right? Seems to be attacking at a fairly rapid pace. There isn't all that much I can do besides trying to burn it to ash. Yeah, I'm not gonna survive this for long. I don't want to cast those spells that sort of ruled me in place for a long time.
Sorely injured.
Did I do any damage? No, it missed. There's a reason I cast those, though. It always hits. There's no fucking way to avoid it. The only way to really avoid it is to be immune to the fire effect. I'm not equipping unidentified rings. 3,500 for a level. I'll check the temple they have there. Leave it at that. I need to go rest outside. I'll keep pushing forward at least until I get a level up. Skeleton bros. Paralysis effect. Too fast. This will lead to the lower level. This is just some extra crap. I think that's a long passageway with a trap. Yeah, and there's rooms with skeletons. High quality bolts. Right. We should be able to survive that trap. I don't recall anything really serious popping our way. We rest here. And like every time to roll entirely out of this place. Yeah, 7 days, 16 hours in this god of an awful cliff. No problem. Still, we are getting close to the all-important level up. I don't think we're gonna get anything all that important though. The problem with the protection from normal missiles is exactly the normal missiles part. The enemies will stop using normal missiles fairly soon. And I can't really place where that point happens. So I'm not sure if it's worthwhile at any point to take it. There will be shadow goblins and shadow orcs. They certainly have marksmen, but I don't even recall are they using normal arrows anymore. I'm inclined to take it though. And if that affects me, I'm dead. Save versus spell. Be more of them. Immunity to fire. Technically I think it's 50%, but it lasts for so long and it can be combined with other spells. So we can get the huge long duration 50% protection and shorter length duration full protection. Question is, what type of protection do I take? I recall a higher level spell that offers a 75% protection against all elemental effects. But higher level spells usually aren't good. You don't want to waste them on that kind of shitty protection effects. These were trapped, certainly. Trapped always. I think there's a mummy in that room.
The battle is joined.
Just kill the fucker. Yep. Even these guys tend to have magical arrows already. So yeah, I could probably protect myself against some of their arrows, but they can still shoot through the normal arrow protection, so what is really the benefit of taking the spell? That's not a minor issue. Third level spells are already fairly useful, so wasted spell there, while it's easily survivable, is not something you want to do. We thought, holy shit, the mummy is really that valuable? Crystal spell. We have, what do we have? We have 3 or 4 already. This will be some of the final spells we can take on this level. It's either the orb or magic missiles. Magic missiles actually. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Magic missile is actually very good. Also, it could be sequenced to a huge burst of magic missiles. Paralysis on the orb is nice, but it doesn't. You can't do damage with it. Also, we have other means of doing things. We could also take these control spells, but I don't really have a plan for these at all. Movement slowed to a crawl. This is not terribly a bad thing. But I don't see that much of a benefit. We could also take the identify to easily identify things we need, but I think I'd rather keep buying scrolls. There are very few item types that I'm interested in. Weapon is sort of pointless, even if it's a sling or a staff. Armor is very, very rare to get, and maybe some rings, amulets, but they're also very, very rare based on the normal playthrough. So it's not it's a convenient thing, but it's not in no way needed. This is life drain, but not really useful. I think I'll take the magic missile. It's a long range damage too, so that's a benefit. Here I was thinking about getting glitter dust. Cloud of glitter gold particles within an area of effect. All enemies in the area must roll successful blah 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 or be blinded. Uh, In addition, all enemies who fail their saving throw are covered by the dust, which cannot be removed and continue to sparkle until it fades, thus revealing invisible creatures. I suppose the negative is that you do get a saving throw against that, making it sort of pointless. We do have to keep in mind that the game has thieves, backstabbing son of a bitch thieves at some point, a lot of them. So, ability to protect yourself against that would be nice. Resist fear is, I suppose, useful. Fear effects are going to be used against us. But is it worth taking? I think we should take mirror image. We do need, even when we have iron, stone skins and things like that, there's a huge benefit in actually having the character attacking us miss, in addition to having the armor protection. Again, with the backstabs and things like that. So this would be one way to get to handle that. At the same time, there aren't exactly great spells here. There are some debuffs and things like that, but we're not really relying on these. We need to just fucking murder people. Blind creatures are immune to gaze attacks. That's interesting. Because you could intentionally blind your own guy to make it immune to gaze attacks. Huh. I was thinking about these gas attacks and things like that, but the game has a huge amount of constructs, undead, and elementals that wouldn't give a shit about these. And they're used as those large groups that come your way. So how useful would this really be? Because we also have not had too much trouble dealing with large group of creatures. In some ways they're easier. So what? Invisibilities we can get through potions. Detect invisibility. No saving throw. Thieves using stealth. If an invisible enemy enters the area of effect after the spell has already been cast, the creature will remain invisible. This might be worth taking. What are we seriously considering? Something to reveal invisible things and ability to protect yourself. I think I'll take this because I'm constantly using myself as bait at the moment. So if I could increase my survivability even a little bit, it's worth it. Right, this. Are we gonna take the protection from normal arrows? I don't think so. However, this spell does not convey any protection against magical attacks such as Fireball, Lightning Bolt, or Magic Missile, nor does it protect against magical missiles such as Arrow +1. So I think it's basically already dead. Worthless. We could take Monster Summoning 1, I don't think this would be really useful though. Spell thrusts. Enemies don't really use protection all that much. There's like a couple wizards in the game that will do this, but again, scrolls are enough for that. Lance of Disruption. That's actually quite a bit of damage in the end. Any creature in the Lance's path takes crushing damage plus damage per caster level up to maximum plus 30. So it's a version of the Scorcher. Does allow a saving throw though. Spell Deflection. Absorb spells targeted at us. Spell Shield would be actually useful, but I don't think that would be. I'm thinking Slow. This would have benefit mainly after we have all summons of our own. Currently, I don't think it has all that much use. Protection from cold, protection from fire. Again, we can buy protection scrolls, and they're useful sometimes, but very infrequently. So, hold undead. 1d4 enemy undead creatures rigidly immobile. Paralyzed creatures are helpless and cannot dodge or defend themselves. Being held does not prevent the worsening of subjects' conditions due to wounds. Yes, yeah, there's a lot of undead people in this game. A lot, a huge amount. Probably more than people. This doesn't help us kill them though. And all the difficult fights do not involve undead. So this would be definitely a convenience thing. That's why I'm sort of don't want to take it. At least not now. Haste, I'm thinking of taking haste. Note the spell, does it affect spellcasting? Spellcasting and spell effects are not sped up. The thing, this spell would be used in combination with summoned creatures. That's it. So Icelands. I'm definitely going with some summoned creatures, so some support for them would be welcome. But we don't have any now. That's the problem. We have a single third level spell, really. I'll take the haste. It'll massively increase the usefulness of any summoned creatures we might have. But it's sort of worthless now. It allows me to move quickly for, let's say, around 10 rounds. It's not totally meaningless. Right. I'll cleanse the rest of the level, leave things like that. Now there's worth taking summons. But
I see.
undead creatures would be, even shitty undead creatures would be worthwhile simply because they are not affected by certain abilities I can launch. Poisons being, I think, the most important one. Holy shit, robes. Probably worthless, doesn't matter, the robes. Cold resistance, 20%, totally worthless. Nobody fire arrows. Fuck. Yeah, I think I made a smart move, but not by not taking the protection from normal arrows. Also, I'm not sure how important the knock spell is gonna be, but at least I have it. It seems like almost nothing is locked anyway. We should have a key for this. Yeah. So, first level down. Wasn't too painful. And things are starting to look... I'd say we're at a level where we're comfortable with what the enemy throws our way. Right. And the haze would, even for us, it would allow us to maneuver in enemy concentrations to get them into the position where I want them to be. So it's not like it's going to be wasted on even without summons. I think I'll have to look at beforehand what summons we can get. Basically, the summoned monster lineup, because I'm not gonna take a summon on every level. Or actually, I might take one of the 4 to 5 spells wasted on a summon, but I don't think I would like to take 2, for example. So whatever we're gonna take, it has to count. It has to provide something that the others don't. And at certain levels, it might not be worthwhile. But yeah, that's something I'll have to take a little bit of a look beforehand. I don't
Ready.
care what every spell selection is per level, but I'd like to
Let's
have
go to work.
maybe 2 to 3 core spells from a level that I have to have. The rest can be whatever happens, whatever I happen to feel might be useful at the time.